Okay, I've just put on a warm glowing nightscape. I'm 4 notches down rather than 3, I would have thought. I'm doing this from memory, of course. I think warm glowing nightscape it was 2 notches down if it was in darkness, it was 3 notches down if we were in the sunlight, but because I put the dynamics up to high, I'm taking it down 1 more notch. It may not be right, but if we have enough clips, enough cardage, I might try it again with 5 notches, 5 notches down. It's probably be a little dark, but then again, we'll give it a go. And there's a slight bit of cherry essence in the air. So, yeah, a little bit of manage here. Rather strange for the driest general record and also the warmest winter since we've had since records were kept in 1839. So, that's right. I mean, we could, look how wide the creek is. You must wonder. Adventurous one, isn't it? Hanging on there. Okay. Weeds, and then we got barkage. Oh, back vistas, blue turquoise car in the distance there. See if we're kicking up the colour. How much time have we got? Oh, got plenty. Thought the other clip was a little bit short, but anyway, knowing how lucky it will be. Oh, well, got some nice mosses there under the and the creek is flowing. Bike track over there, international standard grade at the moment. Actually, you can see it online. Done a good job with that. We mixed down there, one of my favourite CP related weeds. Good standard for the European CPs, I would think, to notch it against. Okay. Okay. Okay, we've got some silver branches over here. Very small cones because they're still young plants, and there's no actual current ones. These all look like they're from last season, so I might keep an eye on these. We have been down there in the past on video. You may want to look those up. This one's still got this giant barrels here. Barrels. Yes. Anyway. So now I've got a new broadband at the moment. So what used to take me 4 hours to upload, I can do in 4 minutes. The irony is, if we actually had fibre to the home instead of to the node, it would be 20 times faster. In other words, the average of 50 megabytes per second, we would have the average of 1 gigabit per second, or 20 times faster. In other words, that 4 minutes, if it was 4 times faster, we'd take it down to 1 minute, and another 5 times faster than that, it would take my upload, my normal 4-hour upload, which I'm now doing in 4 minutes, it would only take 12 seconds, basically, if we had the proper broadband that the Labour government wanted to put in. But the Liberals have frittered away, basically, the libtards, basically. They've frittered away our future, so They put a speed limit on us of about 20 times. And of course the farmers out in the bush, if they could get that 1 gigabit per second sort of thing, they could run stuff through satellites to their home computers, to their tractors, and save $300,000 per year per farming property just by spreading out the NPK in a much more orderly and regular fashion, just putting it where it needs to be. Every farmer in this country could do that if we had fast fibre to the home broadband. But no, I'm not going to do that. They just want to tax you more when, if you save the farmer that much money, he'll be quite happy to pay a little bit more tax, because he won't have to spend so much time in the field. And maybe he can actually afford to buy himself a computer-aided tractor that just does all the driving itself. He doesn't even have to be in the cabin. He just presses a few buttons, puts a plan out, the tractor goes off on its own, all under satellite, home computer system aided control, puts out all the fertiliser just in the right places, so you get the best yield, so you get the best yield all over the land, in the hills and on the valleys, in the valleys and on the hills. So yeah, so there you go. We're going to go up to the rise there, up to the grid site. So it's on a rise, fellas, so any water's going to flow this way. So but we do actually have a seep up there. So if we have a seep, is it coming from higher up, or do we have some sort of a spring in the area? Anyway, probably time to go to another clip, and we'll probably bugger it and you'll get the wrong one or something. I managed to avoid that blue one. I managed to be able to see through the monitor just enough to see that blue clip from last year. Well, we're going to avoid that. But back vistas, it's a bit windy. I don't know if the camera's picking it up. Too much hassle to try and do wind cut on this with such a blurry, little eyepiece, because my monitor's broken. I'm going to have to put it in for service. So okay, well, maybe we'll walk up. We've got we might walk across that sandy area later on. It looks like there has been a little bit of muddage in the area. Maybe we should start over there first and see if there's any glids in that sort of giver section. Prepare yourselves to be disappointed, fellas. As I said, we had the driest June on record since 1839. We've had the warmest winter. Oh, and about the snakes, yeah, on the news just the other day. Back vistas, I know you like them. And they said there'd been a lot of mice this season, especially out in the farming properties. And when there's lots of mice, and of course warmer weather, the snakes wake up earlier, and also they'll have a good feed, so they'll get fatter and bigger. And I'm thinking, well, does that mean we're definitely going to have a bushfire this season? Because you don't really have too many snakes after a bushfire, so assumingly they get wiped out, and you never really hear of a snake plague, you know what I mean? So many snakes that you just see them lying all over the ground here like this during the day sort of thing. There's just too many of them sort of thing. Because I think they get wiped out by the bushfires, you see. And they come in from the fringes of where the bushfire wasn't, and they slowly repopulate and things like that. And of course they need food then, so they're waiting for the next mouse plague to bulk their numbers up basically. So does that mean we're going to have a really bad bushfire season this year? I've been warning of it for the last 3 or 4 years. But I think we've got the conditions almost like Ash Wednesday this year. Is it going to be a wet spring sort of thing? We've had the driest June, the warmest winter on record, and I can't see anything out here, fellas. It's probably time to start this investigation on this little area here on a new clip, I think. Okay, I think we'll do that. 10 seconds on the car, we'll change to a new setting and see how we go. Okay.